Behind me, I have a bulletproof Tesla. No one has ever shot a bulletproof Tesla before. We're gonna be the first. Let's get started. So Tesla does not sell bulletproof Teslas. It's something that has to happen after the fact. It's an aftermarket upgrade, you could say. So with a bulletproof Tesla, they have to add bulletproof glass for the windshield, the driver's side, the passenger side, the rear trunk, and they also add bulletproof paneling inside the metal doors. So no matter where a projectile might enter into the vehicle, whether through the window or through the door panel, it's gonna stop the bullet in the car instead of letting it inside of, the cabin area. The goal is to kind of protect the passenger area like a cocoon. Bulletproof windshield, we have a bulletproof A post, B post right here behind Starman, and then C post back there. All of those have the bulletproof paneling inside of them. So since this particular Model S Tesla has been bulletproof to withstand, handguns, it did add about 430 pounds worth of weight, between the thickness of the glass and the body panels and the door. If this Tesla was bulletproof to withstand rifles, it's a bigger bullet, more power, it would add about 700 or 800 pounds. But Teslas are already pretty heavy vehicles. That's why they're so safe, they don't roll over. So adding 400 pounds isn't that big of a deal. It still has an insane amount of get up and go, and it still looks almost the exact same as it did when it first came from Tesla. So one thing that is different with this armored Tesla is the bracket right here around the window. There's a little bit of structural integrity added to the glass because on Teslas, it's a free-floating panel. So the armored portion is this thick part of the glass right here, and then this is a rebated edge. If there were a projectile to come in through this window, this glass would stop it. If the projectile would come in through the thin portion, it would be stopped right here up in the A-frame. You might be thinking to yourself, but what happens if someone shoots out the tires? There is a solution for that. Dan from the YouTube channel What's Inside made a video about how the tires can still keep rolling even if they're flat. I'll post a link for that video at the end of this one. Make sure you check it out. So for this video, I'm going to be using a Glock 19, which is a 9mm handgun. So this is a regular 9mm bullet. It has the solid tip on the end, but we're also going to be shooting with this. This is a hollow point 9mm bullet, and so when it hits something, these little flanges on the end spread out, and it has a little bit different of an impact area, and we're going to see what happens with the bulletproof glass when hit with both of these bullets. That is sweet. That is insane. I can still hear the grass clack. Listen to the glass. That's crazy. It hit right here in the center. You can see that this top layer of glass shattered out, and there's no hole yet. So pretty sure the bullet didn't go through. We'll hit it a couple more times in just a second. So on the Tesla right here, we have the point of impact, and we have a little bit of pulverized glass right here along the edge. So when the bullet hits bulletproof glass, it just kind of disintegrates and just dissolves into nothing. And all the energy, the forward momentum, gets distributed into the glass itself and kind of like fractures outward because the glass is made up of multiple layers. If we open it up from the inside, you can see the underside of the glass is completely flat and smooth right here. My fingers are not getting caught with any of the glass shards because this layer underneath is a polycarbonate. It's kind of a plastic of sorts that absorbs the energy from the bullet. So right now we can kind of see the different layers. When the bullets hit right here, the glass on the outside has a little ridge on the end. As soon as it hit that polycarbonate, that's when the bullet stopped going into the glass. So a lot of people think that bulletproof means that it's like Superman. The bullet's gonna hit it and just bounce off and leave no damage, but there's a lot of energy in a bullet, and so that has to be absorbed into the glass. And it is gonna leave some damage, but the bullet didn't penetrate, and that's what we're after. There's a safe cocoon inside of the car that allows the person inside just to be safe. So that first shot was done with a 9mm bullet. This is the little guy right here. It's just a solid tipped, normal. This is what you would buy to do target shooting or something like that. Now we're gonna shoot it with a hollow point. This bullet is a little bit different. This one actually has a hollow tip with little flanges along the side that'll open up and hit the glass, and we'll see if it has a different impact radius or if it affects the glass any differently than the original bullet. 3, 2, 1. It has a smaller impact radius. That's interesting. I would have thought for sure that the way the bullet expands after it hits something, it would have been bigger. And because we compromised the glass the first time around, I thought for sure this next one would be bigger, but it's actually a smaller impact zone. That's interesting. That looks sweet.
Better shoot it again.
Yeah, one more time. 3, 2, 1. Right there. So that was another non-hollow point, and it looks about the same. So I think the hollow points are more for soft objects, and you can still hear the glass like cracking. Right here, there's a piece of glass. That's awesome. A lot more glass, pulverized glass down here at the bottom, just disintegrated. So no matter where a bullet hits on this Tesla, it's protected. Whether the bullet hits the glass, obviously, but also in the A pillar, the B pillar, the C pillar, and inside of the door panels. The whole thing is just kind of like a cocoon of safety inside, and not just for bullets. The whole car is more sturdy as it is right now because of the added support and internal structure, whether it's random acts of violence or a rollover. Teslas are pretty safe as they are, but a little added protection never hurts. It's kind of like having a case on your cell phone. You don't want to damage the important stuff inside. So just like with regular glass, here on the outside, my razor blade won't be able to do any damage, not leaving any scratches. Obviously we hit it with a bullet a couple times, that'll do the trick. But on the inside, right here, we can see, still it's completely flat on the inside. Nothing's getting caught on my fingers. I can rub my hands, totally safe on the inside of the car. But there is plastic on the inside. You can tell that my razor is leaving a mark, and that's because of the polycarbonate inside of the Tesla. So glass is glass and glass breaks, but polycarbonate can stop bullets.